part 2 of making a corned beef brisket. So, I just added pickle juice after 2 hours of it boiling, and this is so far what it looks like. It is doing so good. I also took out the some, kind of like the fat, the bad stuff out of it, so while it was boiling, it kind of rises to the top. Always make sure to do that. Believe it or not, it will really save you some fat, extra fat on your body. So anyways, what I got here is I am now 2 hours later going to add the cabbage and the potatoes. Cabbage and potatoes. I got some recorded in the kitchen, Mom. Don't go in the kitchen if you don't want to be seen on YouTube. Well, you're going to be seen on YouTube because I'm not redoing this video. Say hi.
I did. I waited.
Okay. Anyway, my mother is helping me because she is really good. This is Carol. She is also known as The Buse, who is in my picture on my channel. That's her driving. So Mima. We are going, she's also known as Mima. Everybody calls her Mima. So we're going to go ahead and do part 2 of this. She's cutting up the cabbage. I'll go ahead and show you what she's doing.
Where's the pickles?
She's cutting up the I already put the pickle juice in there.
All of it?
All of it.
Oh.
She's cutting up the cabbage, and I have to cut up the potatoes, so I guess I will go ahead and do that while we're doing this. Since Mom is using since you're using the cutting board, I am gonna have to get this. We have bacterial wipes and paper towels. That's what I'm going to have to do real quick. Clean your designated area. If you cannot use a cutting board and you have to use your cabinet, of course, clean the designated area first.
I got to watch.
Make sure everything is completely sanitized. You don't want a dirty, countertop or whatever. Use a plate if necessary. I know not to cut through the potatoes all the way to make any scratches on my countertop, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I know not to go all the way because it can really cause a problem. So, yeah. So, anyways, here we go. All right.
Here's a little tip for you guys, wherever you went to.
You're right here.
Okay. Is if you're trying to cut anything, whether it's frozen or not, or such as cabbage, the best thing to do is to put it on a paper towel. This way it won't slide, or put the paper towel or a towel under the cutting board.
Right. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So that's what I'm going to be doing with my potatoes as well, because I have to cut through. And we'll go ahead and get an extra paper towel for that. So, now we're going to be cutting the potatoes. And if your potatoes have eyes on them, the eyes is used for, I don't know if you guys are into gardening or into any of those things, but the eyes of the potato is good for planting, believe it or not. You cut a potato in square, you cut it like this, in half, and then another half. And you can actually plant these in your yard and have the eye facing upward. You can actually make your own potato garden. Can I get through there, please? I need to get a knife.
Oh, there was one. There was just one here.
You're using it.
No, a smaller one.
No, I don't need a smaller one. Let's see here. Let me grab here. No, that rigid's not good. It's not good for that. 1 second, guys. I am looking for a knife. Okay, this is good. Alright, so I am going to cut my potatoes. I'm going to cut them in 4. First of all, I don't need eyes in my damn, I don't need eyes in my corned beef brisket, so I'm going to just completely, you can go like that, you can shave them, however you want to do it. I like to keep the skin on my potatoes while they're in a corned beef brisket. Due to the potassium levels, it's really good for you. So if you have low potassium sometimes, like I do have low potassium at times, I like to keep the skin on the potatoes. Unless I'm making mashed potatoes, that's a little different.
Well,
But this is how
also,
small I cut my
keep
potatoes.
the skin on because that's where the nutrients are.
Yes,
Right
that's
under
what I'm
the
saying.
skin.
So I'm going ahead. I'm going ahead and I'm cutting my potatoes. I'm putting them in now. And this corned beef brisket should be done very soon.
All right.
This will probably take how long, Mom? How long do you say?
Oh, about maybe
You're
another
making
half
corned
an hour.
beef?
We're on a YouTube, doing a YouTube video right now. What did you say, Mom?
About 30 minutes.
30 minutes? Okay. Good thing I did not put all those in there because I forgot. I would rinse off your potato first before you put them in. I didn't rinse that last one. Good thing I placed them to the side. Do not put those in there, please. So, I'm cutting these in squares and quarters, and they will be ready for the corned beef brisket. Now, we are a little late making this. I do apologize. This was originally supposed to be for St. Patty's Day, but unfortunately, you know, there were some things that kind of happened around that time, and I wasn't able to make the corned beef brisket. So now I'm just showing you a simple video on how to make it. This is part 2. Part 1 is what I did first with the brisket and how I put it in, and the seasonings I added and everything else. Now this is 2 hours later. I'm adding the extra touches to the brisket. Now this will, and how long did you say it would take again?
Maybe a half an hour.
Like a half hour.
I am going to turn it up though.
Yeah, turn it up. It'll take a half an hour for your potatoes and your cabbage to soften and be just right for the corned beef brisket. So
I'm leaving this out.
why are you taking the corned beef brisket out? Mom, tell YouTube why.
Because it's done.
Okay, so the brisket is actually done. Now we have the potatoes and the cabbage cooking in 2 bottles, 2 jars of pickle juice and water and seasonings and things like that. 2 jars of pickle juice. So I'm going to use the rest of these potatoes. Mom, you go sit down. You look like you're a little exhausted. I'm going to use the rest of these potatoes into the pickle juice. Cut them up in squares, and we'll go from there. I'm washing up the rest of my potatoes and doing it that way. I kind of wish I didn't do the video this way where I have part 1 and part 2, because I could have just easily grabbed my camera and just paused in between all this time to make one full video, but unfortunately I didn't do that. And I don't think my phone's going to allow me to do that anyway, so I don't know why, but these phones nowadays, it's like the memory just always constantly have problems with the memories. So anyways, so I'm having to do 2 separate videos. And if you're interested in seeing how I did the first video, you know, just go on my YouTube channel, Lovely Lauren, and you can see the first part of this video. Anybody who is interested in seeing more cooking videos that I do, please comment below. Let me know if you guys have a trick to add for a corned beef brisket, if there's anything you guys would like to add as well. I love to see different opinions on how people do their briskets. It's very important to me because I will literally, if you have a good opinion on that, I will literally take your opinion on and try it that way, because that's just how I am. So definitely let me know down in the comments how you guys, you know, feel about this, and you know, what you guys think on if I'm not adding anything correctly. I do have onions, but I'm not an onion person, so yeah, that's not gonna work for me. So here we have it. We have the cabbage boiling, we have the potatoes boiling, and we're putting it on number 9. We're gonna go ahead and put the lid on it. That way it can cook through really good, and we will have a corned beef brisket for our family. So definitely add me on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you guys so much. I am going to show part 3 of the video, and hopefully I can edit it and just kind of combine all 3 videos into one. And so you might see that on my YouTube if you do. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. So love you guys. Subscribe to my channel. Comment below on what you think. Give it your thumbs up because that's very important. And stay safe, stay healthy, especially with the coronavirus going around. Stay healthy. Stay indoors if you have to. Stay at home if you have to. Just do what you gotta do. Love you guys.